What's up, guys? We have Pokemon Mystery Mail Day number 70. This is the 70th installment of our Mail Day videos. I have something very special here. At least I think so. I mean, everything is a mystery until you actually open it, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy open. Okay, something to secure it. Oh, Betty. Oh, buddy. Okay. Anything else? No, I cannot see the actual... I don't have an invoice for the eBay store link, so if you are subscribed, feel free to comment your eBay store link. Oh, buddy. This could be it. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Okay, so I paid way less for this than I have in the past originally. It is fully sealed, has some slight indentation up at the top, but we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that. Here we have an extremely rare, extremely valuable Neo Genesis or Neo Destiny. Yes, Neo Destiny dark theme deck featuring Typhlosion. It's got a holographic Typhlosion inside of the theme deck. And what that means, guys, the holographic Neo Destiny Typhlosion in a PSA 10, I'm pretty sure, is anywhere from like a $400, $500 card to maybe a $700 or $800 card. And I know you have a really good chance of getting a PSA 10 inside this box. I think the 9s are at least $200 or $300. That being said, and I'm sure you might be able to find a 10 for $300 or $400. But that being said, this box, just the card in this box alone, graded, is worth the value. But with this type of thing, so I have one other up here. And I do believe the one that I have is in better condition. Yes, it is in better condition. So the one that I already have, I do believe is in better condition. So here's the two of them. As you guys can see, this one is mint. It is flawless. In fact, I'm gonna zoom in on that. I don't know if you guys can tell really well over the video. This is a really vintage, old, rare theme deck. These are really, really hard to find. This one's pretty much mint condition. I know that I paid about $450 for this one, whereas this one I won in bidding for $250, maybe $270. I'm super stoked about it. Now that I know better about the market, let's refocus. Now that I know better about the market, when I see something like this, I pretty much compare to the prices I've paid in the past, and I go, okay, I impulsively bought this item in the past. Do I need to get another one? Not really. Do I need to sell this thing? Not really. I would rather keep it. But does it lower my average cost? It's the same thing like investing in the stock market. When I buy product on eBay, on Mercari, on Craigslist, on whatever Goodwill, and you're putting in a bid, whenever I'm buying a product, I take into account the last price that I paid. Those prices have since come down a lot for vintage items. The fact that I got this for $200 less than this, pretty much 50% off, is crazy to me. And it just goes to show that people like me that got in, that were buying products all the way up into the 2020, 2021 hype train of Pokemon, especially vintage, we were definitely getting got. And that's okay, because I got this one for $250, and with a difference of $200 between them, that brings my overall price down on both of these theme decks to $350. And I know that's not exactly how it works. This one's in mint condition. I paid $450, whereas this one, you guys might not notice it, but I'm going to try and make it obvious. You guys should be able to see the lighting. There's a small indentation right here. Now, the box itself is still sealed. From right here, you'd never be able to tell. And in the photos, there was nothing that said anything about an indentation, and I'm fine with it. The fact that this one has a little indentation does not bother me in the least bit. I still think that this is worth $500, $400, and I think they're just only going to get more expensive. Right here, I have two possibilities of two Dark Typhlosions and a PSA 10. Why do I say that there's a high possibility you get a PSA 10? Well, it's very hard to get a PSA 10. In grading culture, to speak grading-wise, they're most likely going to be PSA 9s. And here's why. to get a 10, I'm fairly certain you need good centering. Now, I have seen 10s that don't have good centering in all kinds of cards, so I think just the fact that it's a brand new card from the theme deck immediately going to getting graded, I think that it's a very high chance it could score a 10. Is it a card that I even want graded or want in a 10? Not really, but the more I think about it, the more it's like, okay, if worst comes to worst down the road, I could get this single card, the Dark Typhlosion. See if I can, yeah, get that a little closer up. So this Dark Typhlosion is really sick. But yeah, one of these, not even in a first edition, but one of them in a 10 unlimited, I think goes for anywhere from $400 to $800. That is not why I buy these theme decks. I buy these theme decks because they're beautiful, and I love them. And this one does have, you know, this little mark up here, this little, you know, crease, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there we go. When I get the lighting on it perfectly, you can see where it got creased on the box, where it has a little, you know, a little dent right here. And then up on this corner, and, you know, I really wish sellers would just be more transparent. You know, I give shout outs when I'm getting exactly what I receive. It's almost fitting that there's no invoice to shout the seller out, because they did not make it clear that it was dented like this. And that is definitely on the seller. That is not, it's not always on the buyer. And I know this is biased because I bought it. So it's easier, you know, to side with myself. But whenever I'm selling anything, I state all of the flaws. I try my best to state all the flaws. The fact that it's just a picture taken and then, you know, it gets sold, I understand if you're not an expert or if you're not a big collector in the hobby. But I was kind of bummed out that it wasn't disclosed that it had this this dent right here, this, you know, this ding. Either way, everything checks out. The seal checks out. I'm looking at everything. Everything looks good on this. It looks like it has the original seal for sure. Yeah, everything looks adequate on this. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can spot that looks different. Everything just looks really, really good. Yeah, I'll show you guys the backs of these. And this is definitely the type of theme deck that you'd want to put in a display case. I'm all out of display cases, but everything looks the same. Everything checks out. I think most people would say, bro, you're not getting a fake theme deck. That's not something that people are going after. But I actually have been scammed on a resealed theme deck before, and that's caused me to be very cautious about the type of stuff that I get in. But this is huge, guys. For those of you that don't know, in the theme deck world, this is one of the more expensive theme decks to go after. They're very scarce. There are not a lot of them on the market. And the ones that are on the market pretty much are going for $400 to $600, somewhere in that area. I don't know if there's any current buy it now listings. If I had my computer ready and with me right now, I would just go ahead and look it up and see what the comparables were. But for me to pay $250 for this theme deck, it's absolutely amazing. It's a great deal. Now, obviously, these were $10 back in the day, you know, 2002, 2003, maybe 2001. I'm not exactly sure when Neo was out in that timeline, but it's absolutely fantastic. And, you know, I think that these are only going to go up in value. I think that a theme deck like this could be an $1,000 theme deck down the road. That's not really what I'm banking on. It's not going anywhere. Obviously, I wouldn't love collecting vintage if I didn't collect two of these, but it's pretty cool to have a backup and also to get an idea for what this one would be like. And obviously now paying $250, I think it was a very fair price to win the auction at, considering this little ding. But I'm very happy with it. And obviously it also has Typhlosion, which, why is Typhlosion iconic? Well, I'll tell you why Typhlosion's iconic, because Typhlosion was the starter evolved form Pokemon that you had in Generation 2 Pokemon. For those of you that are new to Pokemon, new to this channel, for those of you that did not grow up in the 90s like I did, you know, I'm a 94 baby. I grew up with the original Pokemon. I grew up with first edition Pokemon. I grew up with Gen 2, which were these Pokemon, the Neo series, Neo Genesis, Neo Discovery, Neo Revelation, Neo Destiny. The Neo sets were are still absolutely phenomenal. And it's awesome to get this. Also, Typhlosion is the evolved form of Cyndaquil, and Cyndaquil is a fire type kind of, I'm not even sure how to describe Cyndaquil. A fire type kind of mouse. anteater looking Pokemon. Cyndaquil looks kind of weird. You know, when you first look at Cyndaquil, I don't think anybody's expecting that he's going to evolve into this really robust, aggressive fire-type Pokemon. Typhlosion is just really cool. It's like a fire bear. It's just really sick. So I really, really like this Pokemon, and the artwork on the front. Just going to bring this closer up to you guys. The artwork is phenomenal for this box. I've also got something very, very special for you guys. Stay tuned. We have something very, very special here. For those of you that have waited till the end, you will know this. I may be just doing the opening and showing you guys one of my most prized possessions to come in yet, or I may wait to do a live. I might just do both because I need to keep doing videos. I need to stay in the rhythm of doing videos, but at the same time, I love hanging out with you guys. I love doing the lives, and I'm really excited. My wife just told me to bring the volume level down a bit, and I think that's very fitting because I've let you guys know. Stay tuned. We've got something very, very special coming up. Probably one of the most iconic moments in my entire collecting and YouTube career. You know, I could have, you know, videos that are about, you know, life and, you know, living a certain way. You know, I know that, you know, some of the YouTubers that grow their channel the fastest kind of talk about self-betterment, or self-improvement, or self-help. I think those videos and those channels do really well. And sometimes I feel like my channel would be fit to do occasionally a video about, you know, psychological aspects, not just of Pokemon cards, but life itself. I know I just saw a video that was on, you know, quitting social media. And I thought, you know, maybe I could go on a couple days of just stopping all social media, all YouTube, everything. And I could report back and tell people how I feel about it. You know, maybe just do, you know, a video every now and again that doesn't have to be fully Pokemon revolving or related. But anyways, stay tuned, guys. I have a really special video for you guys coming up, and I hope you guys enjoyed the mail day. I don't know if some of you were expecting me to open this up. There's really nothing to open up here. If you open this up, you'll get a 60 card deck. Half of it will be Pokemon cards that aren't really too valuable, and the other half will be energy cards. Really, the most valuable card is this holographic Dark Typhlosion. And you can buy one of those as a single on the open market. So there's really no reason to buy one of these for that card. Really, people who buy this stuff are people like myself that value the nostalgia and value the collectability of these old sealed theme decks. I would say most collectors probably are going to go for sealed booster packs, like the old vintage booster packs. The reason that I go in this direction more so than sealed booster packs is because I know exactly what's inside this box. And it might not be as crazy as what could be in a booster box, but I know that there's a holographic card in this box. Not only that, I know that it's brand new inside here, and there's less examples of resealed theme decks than there are Pokemon card packs. So I'm really confident that this was a good pickup, and I can't wait to put it up there in my Neo Destiny display with this other case theme deck. It's pretty cool to have two of these. That being said, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It's been so much fun. I love making videos. I can't wait to do another live with you guys and chop it up. And I hope you guys enjoy the mail day. Peace out and stay tuned because we have a very big video coming. It's not going to be crazy edited. I'm just really excited to share something else that came in the mail a little bit early. So stay tuned. Peace out, y'all. And one more thing. I am not re-wearing this shirt over and over again. I bought 3 of these shirts recently. I think they're fantastic. You can find these at GameStop. People rip on GameStop a lot, but without GameStop, you wouldn't find really, really cool stuff like this. I mean, it's absolutely an amazing shirt, and it just, you know, you've got the Blastoise and Venusaur and Charizard, and they all have pretty cool looking facial expressions, or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, guys, peace out.